Hi guys, I sincerely apologize. Sincerely apologize for me now. I got caught up in somewhere and stayed longer than expected. I'm here now and I apologize sincerely. Okay. Um, Hello guys. So we'll begin now. We'll continue from where we stopped yesterday. Again, I'm apologizing for you guys waiting. I had like an engagement that took my time. Please kindly confirm you can hear me first. Okay. Nice. So hold on, let me prepare our environment. I'm sharing my screen now. Please kindly inform those on Slack to join in. So close this. Let's continue from where we are yesterday. So yesterday we were dealing with so this is what we're dealing with yesterday, and we made some progress, little progress. So hopefully today would at least try and complete everything that's left. I'll try my best and my possible best to work as fast as I can. So this is our code, and this is where we left off yesterday because I didn't close the tab. So let's see what it looks like on our screen. Let's go to our browser. Let's use this local. Yes. So this is what we have basically. This is everything we've done yesterday. So let's continue. Let's make this layout. So all we can see now, we can see this heading, we can see this paragraph and this button, and we can also see this image with this cycle going on here. So let's deal with the text first. So I'll come here and to our code. Where's our code? Our code is here. So for that part is the hero section. So I'll come to my hero folder, locate my hero.jsx, and we'll start working here. So I've already imputed the JSX, which is the heading and the button. So I'll remove this button because I was illustrating to us yesterday how to use reusable components. We'll still do more on that But basically, I'll remove this. I'll also remove this and change this text to contact us. Contact us. Beautiful. So for this part, so let's target our H1. So let's come to our hero.css, our hero.css. I'll split the screen and we have this. So for our H1, like I said, the beauty of working with Figma is that you have access to the styles directly. So if I click on this, basically, I have like what makes up the style. So I can just come here and copy, then I get this particular layout. But it's a bit dicey here because if you notice, we have this nice to meet you. Then below it, you have I am Adam Keys. So what we'll do now is to add, because if you check our implementation here, if you check our implementation, what we have is just give me. We have like it in a straight line. Also, I'll make the text white so we can see it better. We'll just have this in a straight line. Nice to meet you. I'm Adam Keys. So what we need to do firstly is to break it off and make sure that nice to meet you is staying on one line and I am Adam Keys also stays on one line. So who can tell me how to do that? Anybody? Anybody?
Can we use BR tag or span?
Yes, you can. You can do that. Let's use BR. So let's use line break. So we can come here. Nice to meet you. Then we'll do our BR here. So BR is basically breaking the line. So if we save this and let's go back to our test and see our tests. Yes, we have achieved this. So let's make our layouts conform to what we have in our heading. So for that, if you remember, for our heading, our max width is 80 view width. So what we just need to do now, just basically copy. Let's copy just these 2 lines of code. Then let's come to our hero content. So come to hero, we'll target this particular class name here, hero content. We'll copy it, then we'll do dot hero content. Then we'll say we want our max width to be 80 view width and margin 0 auto. So I explained why we need to put the 0 auto. It basically centers it once you give it a width. So I'll remove the margin 0 auto. And if you note here, but let me make this text white so we can see it clearly. So let's just target the H1. So let's say H1. And I'll copy the styles here. Easy work, light work. I noticed you guys are using Tailwind in the morning, but we'll talk on that later. Let's just focus on this for now. So we have our font family already, no need to repeat it here. So already we have the color. Let's just remove this because I'm not using var. Let's remove this and do this. Perfect. So our H1 is ready. So let's check what we have. Let me refresh. Something's wrong. Let's see. Something's wrong. Who can tell me what's wrong here? Sharp eyes. Who can tell me what's wrong?
You did not export it.
Export what? So I'm supposed to do import styles from our CSS folder. After doing that, remember I said we have to convert this then to a curly brace. Then we'll do styles dot hero section. So now this is our class name automatically, the hero content. So everything works well now. So if we go back and check, we'll see it. Yes, this is it now. So our class works perfectly. So the mistake we were making initially was that we didn't import our CSS. Now, like I said earlier yesterday, that to use that, you need to use the class name, then put styles.hero content. And I mentioned why we're doing this. Yeah. So let's put this I am Adam Keys in a span because we need to style it differently. If you notice, there's like a greenish border bottom going on here. So we need to style this differently. So let's go back to our code and let's do span here. So let's span and let's add I am Adam Keys. Adam Keys. So notes here. And this I'm saying this now because if you notice, I'm leaving the full stop outside the span, and this is because if you check your design, the blue line or the green rather stops below S. It doesn't expand to what's the name? It doesn't expand to the full stop here. So these are like little details as front-end developers that you have to take note of. In as much as you have to create like a perfect design, you also have to like take note of these tiny details. So that's why I'm leaving the full stop outside. So now we'll be starting our span differently. So let's check. Let's click on this. Then we should have our somebody mic is unmuted. Kindly mute your mic. So let's do this. So now we'll target our span. First off, let's go on. As I was saying here. Now, if you notice, our text is aligned to the left, but we need to be in the middle. To do that, we have to use this margin 0 auto. So anytime you're using the max width, or in some cases just width in general, and you notice that your item is not in the center, you can as well just do this, and bam, you have your items in the center. So let's leave this for now. We'll still give it the space it requires, because if you notice, there's like this space here. But let's just hold on to that. So let's focus on Adam Keys. And for our Adam Keys, we have span. So we can do H1, then we can do span. Then we can say, so who can tell me how to achieve this? Anybody? There are several ways to do this. But who can tell me how to achieve this?
Hey, you're trying to
Text
start the bottom of
decoration.
the
Text decoration.
Okay, that's all right. It didn't come to my mind. So okay, any other person has any other opinion?
Border bottom.
You start
said?
with border bottom. You start the border bottom.
Border bottom. Okay.
Yes.
Anybody else? There's a particular one I'm looking for. I don't know if you guys have done studio classes. So studio classes basically are like your after, your before, your hover, your focus. So you can also use before and after to achieve this. So I don't know if I should do it for you guys. Let's just do it for learning purpose. Let's just do it. Hold on. So we're using before and after for this. Just give me 1 minute. I'm trying to sort something. Just hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my PC. I'm trying to plug it to the socket, and it's giving me issues. So give me less than a minute to fix that. Yes. So yes, like I was saying, we have different options here. So we can use the text decoration. We can also use text. We do underline. I think we can also use border bottom to start this. Then we can use like the after and before class. So in as much as the other side is more stressful, but I'll illustrate it to us. So now for our span here, I can say bottom. Let's try it out. Let's try them out. Border bottom. I say 2 pixels solid. And the green color, let's go back and check for the green color. So our green color is this particular one. Let's copy it. See how easy it is to work with Figma. You don't have to worry about guessing or trying to think of stuff. Everything is laid out for you. So let's put our color. So let's check what we have. Let's check. We have it, but there's an issue. It's spanning across I am Adam Keys. So let's see what we are doing wrong here. Now we have to remove this outside. So let's cut this and put it here. Let's check back again. Yes, we have this set. So let's just increase this. So let's say 5, because it's a bit thicker. So let's put it to 5. Yes, it's thicker now. So let's deal with our paragraph. So the next thing to deal with our paragraph. This is our paragraph here. And like I said, if you want to know the margin, like if you hover on this text here, let's hover on it. You can see the color, the width, and the height. But we won't focus on that for now. So let's just put our text on the our cursor on the text. If you hover on your key, you can see the space between this and this is 2.31 rem. So I converted my measurement to rem automatically. That's why I'm seeing this. So in some cases, you can see pixels there. But in my case now, we are seeing rem. So now what I just need to do is to copy the style also. Note, we have our width defined here. So we can copy the width first. So we'll come back here and let's target our paragraph. So we can do .hero content in our paragraph. Then we can say the width is this. Then we can come back here and just copy the styles here. Easy peasy. There's no need to start writing plenty code. This is why CSS is very soft. And this is why I prefer CSS to other, because I can easily do this. So I'm using Tailwind now. I have to start opening their documentation and be looking for A and looking for B. But I'm pushing CSS to you guys, so you guys can do otherwise. It's a personal preference. So margin top, say our margin top is 2.31 rem. So let's check what we have. Yes, we have this layout set correctly. So let's compare to our design. Yes. So I'm pleased what we have here. So next thing I'll move to the button. So remember, our button is like a reusable component. So let's come here and just target on this. So first off, we'll do what we did. So let's go to our button component. This is our button. Let's check our button. So I'll remove this pink because we were illustrating yesterday. I'll remove it. Leave the text. I'll also remove this line. Perfect. So I'll come to our button and we need to style it. So what we have here is we have the text basically. Then we also have just this border button here. So we can just copy the style as usual. Come here, then target our button. So we can just say button. I'm making a mistake already. Can somebody tell me what is the mistake before I get there? Anybody?
You need to import the style.
Yes.
You have not
imported.
imported.
Yes, nice. I've not imported the styles. So border none. Then let's come on the border button. Border button. Let's do 4 pixels. Solid. Then that green. Yes. So with this, we should come here and import our style. So we can do import styles from. But if you notice, I'm not using the styles here. I'm just targeting button. So do you think this will work? Let me change the house because I'm not using the styles as a class name here. I'm just targeting the button only. Do you think this will work? Huh? Don't be shy. Don't say anything. Nobody's beating anybody. Yes, no. Do you think it will work? If it will work, why will it work? If it won't work, why won't it work? You're all learning here. So if I go back to my code, my website now, will I see these particular styles for it?
No.
Nobody's answering me. So let's confirm it. So yes, we can see, regardless of the fact that we're not using our style variable here, you can still see the style attached to button because all what it needs basically is just this particular import statement here. So just to make things reasonable, we can just come to do our class name here, then we'll put styles.button. So we can just come here and put .button. Perfect. So if we go back and check, we'd see that our button is there, but it's not like we want here. So what can we do? Who has an idea what we can do to make this look like what's supposed to look like? Anybody?
Should be transparent.
Yes, thank you. The background color should be transparent. So it takes the color of the body. So whatever is in the body, that's what it takes. Perfect. You have this already. So what we need to do now is to say font family inherit. Font family inherit. Because sometimes your button does not inherit or does not pick up the font family of your website. So you have to particularly add this. So now let's check what is the distance. So the distance from the button to this particular stuff is about 4.1 rem. But we can't add it here. Do you know why? Because if you add it here, then it affects everywhere we're going to put the button. So what we'll just do now is to come to our hero section where we're using it, then put this particular button in a div. Then with that, we can just give. So this div now, we can just name the div styles dot button. So you notice I'm using styles dot button here, and regardless of what I'm going to do, there won't be any interference because we are using the module of CSS like I explained earlier. So I can come here and do dot button, and I'll say I want the margin top to be 4.12 rem, 4. Margin top 4.12 rem. So with this now, we are done with the button. So we have this particular layer, but I'm not satisfied with what we have here because we have this space. If you notice, there's a space here, like from the button itself, like from the like 0.62 rem space from the contact me to this particular blue line. So who has any idea what we can do to make that effect? Yes, Kendi.
Before you go further, that place I'm not really clear. When you
Where?
have to go into that concerning the button, that I said we can't do it in a global way that is going to affect others. That I now went to other distinct company to start
No,
it.
what I said is if I add, so for this, in this particular situation here, the button, the distance from this button to this paragraph is 4.13 rem. As you can see with that red, let me zoom in, 4.12. Yeah. If I add that part, the margin here, what happens is anywhere I'm using the button, automatically it adds the margin to it. So for instance, now, if you are doing this particular project, what happens is this particular button also have the 4.12. This also button also have 4.12. But in reality, what we have here is only 2 rem. And what we have here is just our button. There's no we have 1.56 here. So in order to like seclude each margin to a particular button, what we did is to come to our hero section because we are using this particular button in our hero section. We gave it a div, yeah, and we classed the div button. What we did now was just to add the margin of 4.13 rem to it. So if you're using button elsewhere, it won't carry this particular class name because this particular class is for only the hero section. Do you understand? So that's that. So for now, I was saying, yeah, this particular button has like space underneath it. So what we'll do now to achieve that, I think we can do padding bottom. Then we can say 0.62 rem. So let's confirm that. Yes, it works. So we have that space that's supposed to be there. So we've done this particular place. Let's now check the image. So we have to still put this our cycle here, and I'll explain to us how to do that. We also have to put this here. So let's put this image first, and let's see what we have. And mind you, the image overlaps. This is like one of the beauty of this website, and maybe the hardest part of this website. So for this particular part now, let's see what we have to do. So so let's go add our image. So this image here, remember you come here, you do imports, then you name the image. Let's name the image hero image. Hero image, then we do from where. So I have to go dash one step, another step again, then come to our assets, come to our images, then find our heroes. Okay, hold on, it's not here. Well, let's confirm that. Where's our assets? Our assets. This is here. So we have our assets. Then what we have next is hero dash image.svg. I don't know why it's not linking it, but this is here. Yes, this is here. So let's now import it. So let's use our image. So I have things in mind. So I will try many things for this particular one. Like I said, we'll put our curly brace, then we'll put hero image. Then we'll use our alternate text and put hero image here. So let's check what we have. Yeah, it works. So this is our image here. So what we need to do now is to make it a flex so they stay side by side. So we'll come back to our hero contents. Then we'll do display flex, align items, center, justify contents, space between, I think, space between. So let's see what we have. Oh shit, let's see. Oh, I'm supposed to target the section. So let's give the section a class. So let's do it class name. Let's do class name hero container. Let's do it hero container. This is probably like the hardest part of CSS, naming your class. That's why some people don't like it, basically. But to me, I don't really care because it's easier and it's faster. So what you just need to do is to find what works for you, basically, and do what you need to do. So we can as well move this here. Yes. So it takes the whole body. So let's go back and check. Yes. We have achieved this now. So we are getting closer to our look here. I think you're getting closer. So what we need to do now is, first off, we need our image to overlap this U, and we also need it to go up here. So anybody, I'm accepting suggestion here. And it will not be perfect. Just tell me what comes to your mind. If you want to make this particular layout possible, what do you think you need to do? What do you think you need to do? Anybody?
Let's grow.
I maybe you can increase the width.
Increase the width. No, let's not touch the width, because if, as you notice, like the image is the same basically. Let's not touch the width. So remove width from your thoughts. Let's see how far we can go.
Let's try flex grow.
Flex grow, no, I don't think it will work. I don't think it will work.
What are linear gradients?
Where are we going to with linear gradient?
What about position relative and absolute also?
Thank you very much. That's what I'm looking for. So there are ways to do this here. So you can use the translate. So let's practicalize it. So for this particular one, let's give our class. Let's give this a class. Let's say class. Let's name it hero styles dot hero image. I mean, because why not? Then let's come here and target our hero image. Now for this particular one, and the law of using absolute and relative is here. If you're using absolute and you're using relative, your parents tag must be the one carrying it. So what it means is, now our parent here is our section called the hero container. So we have to come here and put relative here. Do you know why? So let's practicalize. So if I come here and I put absolute, yeah, let's note what happens to our image. If you note, our image has gone outside the flow. It's outside basically, which is not supposed to be. Yeah. So the essence of using relative is that saying, okay, you're confining this image to this particular body. Do you understand? So the parent body now is where it can go. So I come here and put relative now. Let's see what happens. Let's save and let's refresh. Okay. Now, so the my pesticide is not here. So the goal now is, if I'm moving this, so let's say absolute, and I put let's put left 50%. Now it moves left to the 50%, but the movement basically is just within the mother body. Do you understand? So the mother body basically is just this hero container. So any movement or any place we are moving it is just to be confined here. So we can do this and say we have 50. Let's do top 0. Check top 0. It goes up, but we need it to go up a bit. So we can do minus 10%. We'll also try another method, but let's just test this and see. We are there, but we're not there yet. So let's do 15%. Or we can just come here and inspect the image. Then use our, let's use our, what's the name? So this is the image, and let's use this to test it out. So we can move it up. So the perfect top is 17 or 18%. So if I come here and I add 18%, it's supposed to align to this particular place. So let's put 18% here. 18%. And what we notice is that we have this. So what's left now is for it to also move to this way. But if you notice now, it's overlapping because this particular image is now on these keys, but we need it to be like above, to be sitting above. So this particular nice to meet is supposed to sit above it. So to do this now, we need to use the Z index. So Z index basically allow us place element on element, having like a priority. So for instance, now here, I can come to my H1 and give it a Z index of, let's say, 10. But for this Z index to work here, you have to have a position. So let's put a position of relative here also. Now, this relative does not really matter. It's just to enable this Z index work. So if we go back to our H1, we can notice now it's on top automatically. Yeah. So if we put it at -1, what happens is it goes below because now this particular element is on top of it. So to make it the other way around, we'll give it a higher index because automatically this one becomes 0. So if I come here and put Z index 11 and I come here and check, you will notice that, let's see, Z index 11 text. Let me put a higher one. Okay, because of the relative tag we have there, basically, this one now is on top, yeah? Because we have like a higher Z index here. This one will be on top. I put it at 9, and this one is 10. So let's check back, let's see. Yes. So the Z index basically is used to like place items on items. Do you understand? But we have that done already. So we are sure that we've done this. What next we need to do is to make this text, because if you can see here, our tags are also on top of this. So what we need to do now basically is to go back to our header.css and our icons. So we can do the same thing here. We'll do position of relative, then give the Z index, let's say 12. Let's check now, let's see. Let's check and see. Yes. So we have our icons on top of it. So all we need to do now is just to adjust it a little bit. So we use our right for that basically. So let's go to our model.css. Then for the hero content, okay, here. So left 50%. So let's remove the left and see what we have. So without the left, we have this is far away, far away, which is not supposed to be. So what we can do is to say right 0. Let's start from right 0. So right 0 basically brings the objects like between what's the name? The mother body, like I said, it's not moving outside. So the movement is confined within the mother body. So we have this now. What we need to do now is to make this and this meet. So we might have to still shrink our screen because as it stands now, yeah. So let's do our max width to 75. Let's see what we have. 75. Yes, it's coming in. We also have to put our 75 here in our header to make it align, because it must be at least close to perfect. It's not perfect. Yes, we are getting there. We also need to shift it a little bit also. So we can also do, let's do 70 and see. 70. Let's come here and do 70. Yep. So this is close to what we have here. We have our exclamation mark and U. We have our exclamation mark and U. Okay, we might have to reduce this a little bit. So if you note, I'm just trying to replicate what we have almost perfectly. Do you understand? And this is like the aim you should run at if you are a developer. Try to make it perfect as a developer. But we have an issue here because this particular text is supposed to come down a little. And we can make that possible by saying, so for this content, we can come and target our content and let's give it, let's say, padding of 10%. Let's see. Let's check. Oops. Okay, -10, not -10, plus 10. Let's check. Yes. So this is close to what we have here. So the exclamation mark and the head is similar, but we just need to have to shift this back a little bit because it's too close. So let's just reduce this to 72 or 72.5. Come back here and do 72.5. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I think this is fair. So this is okay, basically. So we've achieved the header, but we also need to put this tiny element here. I mean, we need to do that because we are trying to go on at perfection. So for that now, we have to just import our images. So we have another image here, and I think I name it cycle. So we'll come to our import cycle from, come to dash dash dash, and that step, our assets, then check. I think we have cycles, yes, cycles. So let's do cycles. I hope it's the correct one. Cycles -1.svg. So I would come here and just replicate this, then change this to cycle. Then also change this to cycle. Then come here and change this to cycle. Because we need to make that cycle. Let's see what we have. We can't see it yet. Okay, so we'll come back to this. Let's start our cycle. Let's go to our hero now, and let's target our cycle. So we'll do .cycle, cycle. Then we'll do position absolute also. Absolute. Now, mind you, this hero image. Oh, I see the issue now. We are sharing two classes here, so I'll just do this and put let me remove this, and let's do styles. Then dot images. Let me just use images. So for this particular purpose, we'll do our images, because this image now needs to house what's the name? It needs to house this particular cycle. Do you understand? So let's make sure we can see the cycle first. So let's do it z index of let's say 10, or let's say 15. Let's see. Let's be sure we can see the cycle. Okay, I'm missing it up. So it's not. I think it's the over. Let's check it out. Over preview. Yes, you are supposed to use the over, not cycle. So I'll come and change it here. Let's change this to over, and change this to oval also. Oval. Then also change here to oval. So what we have now is we have our, let's check, let's confirm it. Yes, is it here. So what we need to do now is to put this particular one, we need to put it here. Somewhere here. Yes, basically. So now this is dicey. Yeah, because I will explain why. And watch this now. Watch this. So if I come here now, and because I said that if you are moving an item with absolute, yeah, you need to move it in relation to the body. So if I come here and I put top, or let's put left 0, what happens is it takes the cycle to this, but I don't need it to come here. I need it to come here. But what happens now is, because the mother currently now is the hero container, so the movement is just going to pertain to only this. That's where the issue is now. So what we can do is basically we can just say let's see. Let's do images. Then we can do relative. Let's check something out. Yes, as expected. Then we'll just move this one outside, because I mean, it doesn't matter anyways. Let's see what we have now. Perfect. So what we'll do now, since this is in relation to this, so we can come back and say our over. Let's change this to oval, and come here and say oval. So let's see what we have. So we need to move this one to somewhere here. So we can just inspect it, then use our inspect button to move the key. So let's try and move it. So we have left 0. So let's see. So let's move and see. Why is it not moving? Hold on. So let's do right 0, minus. 10%. Let's just put this and see. Let's see where we are. Okay, it's moving. So let's just target this and use this to move. So let's see. It's not moving, it's not moving, it's not moving. Yeah. Let's find another way. Let's find another way. Let's find another way. Let's find another way. Let me check bottom 0 and see something. Okay, bottom moves. Let's do top 0. Let's see. Top moves. Okay. So the issue now is we need to okay. So we can still take this outside. Yeah. Then let's check now and see what we have. Perfect. So what we'll do now is to make our rights. Let's say our right is 10%. This is what you need to do to play with your values for what's the name? For absolutes. This is just what you need to do. So let's keep into our values till we get it right. So we'll come here and put bottom, let's say top 50%. 50%. And let's see what we have. Yes, we are moving. Let's change it to bottom. Let's say bottom, and let's say 20%. Let's see what we have. Perfect. Not perfect. Let's say 10. So let's do this. Let's do 30%. Let's see. Perfect. We're almost there. So let's put 0 here. Let's see what we have. 0. Let's see. Yes, we're almost there. So we need this to just be somewhere here. So what will happen next is let's just move this a little bit. So let's move this. So we'll just do 35. Let's see. Yes. Let's move it down a little, just a little. So we'll just do minus 1%. Or let's do 3%. Yes. So I think we are done with the header. What is left now is this particular one. But if I continue like this now, I might spend the whole day and it's 6 o'clock already. So let me just I'll skip this particular what's the name? This particular cycle. But since we've done this, you should have an idea how to replicate this by yourself. Yeah. And I did this intentionally. So you can use the technique we use for this one to replicate this one. It should be soft work for you guys. So what we need to do now is to jump on. Who is on my so what we need to do now is to jump on this particular section. So now remember what I explained or I told you guys about our reusable components. So reusable component also comes in play here. And I'll explain to us how we can do it. So remember for our button, we made a button and we made the text dynamic by accepting a props or giving the props of text. And that text can mean anything. So we also have similar content here. We have a heading and a paragraph, a heading and a paragraph, heading and a paragraph. We can also make this like a usable component. Yeah. So what we'll do now is we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we can as well say let's go to our components and let's say skills card. Let's name a folder and call it skills card. Skills-card. So skills-card basically is going to house just one component. But the way we'll do it is that we'll be able to reuse it. So instead of doing HTML and foils of this one, we'll just work with me. So I'll explain to you guys. No pressure. So let's go back to our code. So we have skill card. So as usual, we'll open our skill card.jsx and open our skill card card.module.css. Yes. So I'll bring this here and bam. So now let's do RFCE. You have your functional components, your arrow function rather. Then for this now, what we need to do is let's think of what. Now I need you guys to think with me. Let's do this together. So remember for your button, yeah, we needed text to be dynamic. Yeah, so we are passing text as props and using it here. So if you enter any text here, basically it becomes the text for the button. But I want to replicate the same thing here. Now look at the design and tell me what you think we should do. What do you think we should do?
I think you
The
need
title and the text.
Title and text.
Yeah.
So we need to
Props.
have the title props and the text props, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? Did I get it correctly?
Yes, sir. That we have title, command, and text.
Okay, so title, command, and text. Perfect. So for this now, let's change this to let's leave it as a div. Then let's come here and say our H2 will be the title, and our paragraph will be the text. So there's what they call prompt validation. So what it means is basically saying, okay, you want to define, and this is in line with TypeScript, but I won't explain it now, so I'll just ignore this error. But what it means is that you are telling your file that, okay, this particular title you're expecting to be a string or a number, so it knows what to work with. Do you understand? But I won't go further into that because it's like advanced stuff. But I just want you to note that, okay, there's something we can do like this. So now we have our title and our text. Now, how do we use it? So if we note for this particular section, and I said we are going to name the section, let's go back and say our skills section, yes. So let's go and open our skills file. So we'll do skills.jsx. I also do skills.module.scss. Sorry, CSS. I'm used to CSS. And I'll split it also. So let me split this here and to this. So I'll do refc, remove the React. I don't do this. And now this is where it's most important. So this particular section I'm about to teach you guys is very, very important, like I said. Yeah. I need you guys to pay like serious attention. Serious attention. Yeah. So for this particular section now, we have 6 cards here. I'll just call them cards. We have the HTML card, we have the CSS card, we also have the JavaScript card, we have the SCSS, React, and accessibility. So we need to make these 6 cards here. So we can come here and say, okay, let's change the section. And in the section now, we need our skill card. So no skill card. Yes. So for our skill card now, we are expecting 2 props. We are expecting the text and the title, basically. So the text is the one here. Yes. So let me just, so for not to cause confusion, let me put this here. So the title and the text. So it's easier that way. So for the title now, we have our index.html. We'll copy this one. I'll paste it here. Let's make this a string. Then we can also do the same thing here and come to 4 years of experience and do this. So for our text now, we'll do the same and paste it. So what happens automatically is that the title becomes the H2 and the text becomes the H1. But since we need 6, or we can see 6, we can as well do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I correct? I'll do 7, 8, 6. So let's render this and see what we have first. So I'll come to my home, my page, my home, and I'll put just below this, I'll put my skill here. I've not imported it yet, import. So it's coming in from here. So let's go to our page and check. As you can see now, we can see our tags in 6 places that we did. Yeah. In HTML 4 years of experience. So if I come back here and let's change to what we have on the design. So let's do we have CSS, I think, CSS, and the CSS is also 4 years of experience. We have JavaScript next. JavaScript also 4 years of experience. JavaScript. We also have accessibility, 4 years of experience. JavaScript. Accessibility. Am I correct? No, I'm not. Let's correct that. Yes. Accessibility. Then this is 4 years of experience. We have React, which is 3 years of experience. And we have SAS, which is 3 years of experience. So basically, this is what we have. here. I'm correct. So if you go back to our design, we'll see that we have all this listed out here. And this is the help of what skill card. So instead of us having to write this particular div like this, so this what this means now is that we copy this and come here and do this 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what ordinarily, if we don't use our reusable component, this is what we have done. So I've done this 6 times, which is not, it's not bad, but as developers, you need to find a better way to do things. And this particular method I'm teaching you guys now is not the best also, but this is a way to also impute your, so I'll leave this here, but once we start doing the project, I'll teach you the best method of how to treat your reusable component, and if you have items to impute them. So there's a way we can actually do this that makes it more reusable and more readable instead of having all. So imagine you have like 50,000 cards, then imagine putting this 50,000 times. No. So there's a way we can do this. We just need to only input only one what's the name? One component, and it takes everything. But we'll illustrate that once we get to this place. So I want to show us another instance of doing this. So what we'll do now is let's start our headings first. So let's come to our skills. Yes, let's come here and let's just import our style. So let's do import styles from yes. So we can just come and do class name. We can just do styles dot skills add Stephanie. So just come here, paste, then do H2. Like I said, the beauty of Figma, come and click on this. You see your styles here, copy your styles, easy peasy, and paste your styles here. Then clean it up. You don't need this particular line. We are not using variables, so we can remove this. We already declared our font family, so we can remove this. Bam, everything is set. So if you note now, we have what it is on the design. So what we can do now is also check so the space between HTML and voice experience is 0.88. So we can as well come and say margin bottom 0.88 rem. So with this now, we've known that we've finished with our H2. So next thing to target is our paragraph. So we can come here also and copy the style, easy peasy. So come here, then we'll say dot this paragraph, bam. So clean it up again. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't also need this. We don't need this. So bam, we are done with this. Let's check what we have. Perfect. So what we need to do now is to now make it in a way that, it conforms to what we have up here. Do you understand? So what we need to do now is to come back to our skill here. So now, who can tell me how we can achieve this layout? Anybody? So if you notice, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How do you think we can achieve this layout?
CSS grid.
CSS grid. So you work with me. So believe me, I'm a novice. I don't know anything about. Yes, you can use Flex, you can use grid. So I want to see how far you guys have gone personally. So for this particular one, you guys walk me through it. Like think of it like you're teaching me now. Yeah. So what do I need to do now? So let me just do the import styles from this. Yes, and I'll put class name here. So I'll say our class name is let's just say styles dot skills container. So perfect. So what we need to do as always is to first make sure let's go and check this. Hold on. Skills CSS. Yes. So now let's paste this first and let's do our normal. So we can do max width of 72.5 rem. View width rather. Then we'll do margin 0 auto. Perfect. So let's check. Yes, we are in line with what we need to do here. So for the fact that I'm using this image, so we need to actually give this. Let's check the distance. Let's check the distance. So this one is about 18.25 area. So so let's first focus on how to arrange this particular stuff before moving forward. So you're saying grid. So what do I need to do now? What do I need to do? You guys walk me through. What do I need to do? I assume I'm a novice. You're the one teaching me now.
Use display
grid.
grid.
Display grid. Yes.
Grid templates column.
Grid templates column.
Two.
Yes.
1 FR also.
1
Repeat.
FR.
Yes, you repeat.
Okay. I'll repeat. I'll repeat what?
3, then 1 FR.
Beautiful. Repeat 3, then 1 FR. So let's check. Let's see what we have. Oh, it's not working. What happened?
No put comma also.
I did not put comma. Oh, let's see. Perfect. So we have our.
Mr. Employ me.
Yes, you are not a senior developer, sir. You're not a junior developer. You're a senior developer now. So what we need to do now is adjust our margin. So let's come and put 18.25 RAM here. Let's see what we have. And I'll put 0. So it doesn't have like, yes, this is it. But we need gap because like there's a gap from here to here. So let's see. We have about 3.60 RAM. So we can add row gap, I think, row gap. And let's say 3.60 RAM. Let's check. Perfect. So we have this working. If you notice here, we have also this white line here. So we can also do the I'm thinking. Let's just keep it casual. Let's do border top. Border top 2 pixels solid. So let me check the color. Let me check the color. White. So let's do white. FFF. And let's see what we have. Yes, but we need it to space out. So we'll have our padding top of let's say TRM. But mind you now, for the fact I'm using padding top now, we need to do something and I'll explain to you guys. If I go back to my design, well, first of all, let me go back and see the distance. The distance is about 4.5. Okay, so I'll change this to 4.5 then. So I'll come back here and change it to 4.5 RM. So if I go back now, yes, you have this. But the distance from this point to this point and this point to this point is not balanced, it's not equating. And you know why? Because we've already removed 4 points. So to make this equal, we have to come to this place and remove 4.5. So we can have 13.75. Hope I'm correct. Yes, 13.75. So let's see. Yes. So I'll explain that again. I know you might be confused. So if you notice here, if you understand the box model, yeah, the padding that we added now is basically inside the box, but we added it inside the box. So our margin ordinarily was 18.25, and that margin was the distance from this particular section to this section. Do you understand? But for us to make like both sides equal, for the fact that I added padding now, I have to remove the value from the padding and remove it from the margin. So what? We'll have like a balanced note. So in reality, yeah, we still have 18.25 as our space from this point to this point. The only difference is that padding is taking 4.5 and margin is taking the rest. So that's what, or the small calculation I did here. Do you understand? I've loved to add this one here also, but it might take time. So let's just jump to the next section. But for the fact that I've done this, I'm expecting you guys to like do this comfortably. Yeah. So any questions from what we've done so far before I move on? Any questions? Any questions? Sasu, hi. It's been a minute. I didn't see you in class yesterday. Divine is not here. Pelumi, hi. Sim, hi. Any questions? Anybody? No questions? Are you guys sure you guys understand what I'm doing since? So this is basic React. It's not hard. Any questions before I continue? No questions. Okay. So let's continue. Since in the absence of no questions, I'll continue. So I want to believe that you guys. Let me check the chat. Windows V to Windows V to or the shortcut for keyboard. So if you press Windows V, you'll see like everything you've copied before. We have to enable it first from your settings, or use Windows V to do that. So now we've done 2 parts, and we're trying. At least it looks like we have to. I mean, to a large extent. So next part now is this particular section. This is supposed to be like one of the most interesting parts of this section. Yeah. And I also teach us how to use reusable components and like another way of using it. So we've done the button, which is like the level 1. So I explained to you guys how to use just the text. Then we have this card. We have like multiple items here. And we also have like how we imputed it here. But there's like a more there's a better way to do this. I'm just putting it here so you guys like will learn from this. Yeah. So Alaji, yes, you have a question.
Good evening, sir.
Alaji, you have a question. Yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Fine now. Yeah, I actually missed some classes though. But I
So
don't
you
know,
have
maybe it was because of the classes I made that doesn't make me to
understand.
understand this.
Most likely that is because of the classes you missed. So the class is on YouTube already. So you can just check the previous class for YouTube. Then after watching that one, you can watch this one again. I think everything will make sense.
It seems you don't want me to ask questions the way you're answering me now, sir.
No, ask your question if you want to ask, but I'm just thinking of time because I might go on and explain.
Okay, sir. Let me leave you to move on, sir. Because I have a lot of questions. Let me leave you to move on. Maybe next time.
Thank you for considering us.
Sir.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. So our next section now is our project. So we need to focus on our project. So what do we see now? We see almost a grid system, but now we're doing like 2 grids. That is 1F and 1FR. And we have an image heading, then some text here. And basically our text can be 2, can be 3, and this is dicey, yeah, because for our card here, we know we are expecting just 1 and just 1, so a heading and a paragraph. But in this case now, most likely we have we have 3 texts here, and we have 2 texts here. Do you understand? So let's see how we do. So first of all, let's save these images because we don't have the image on our local machine. So like I said, who can tell me why we prefer SVG to PNG? Who can tell me?
It is scalable.
Yes, it's scalable. That's like the perfect word. Scalable. So let's do this port. Let's just put port here. Let's save it. Let's come here and put export SVG. Let's put page. And let's come here and let's put this, let's name it to do SVG to do. Let's put this entertainment export to this SVG, and let's do it entertainment.
I think in case of editing, it is easier for someone to edit SVG as well.
Yes, that also works because you can target maybe the fill and the stroke to do what you need to do. That works also, but like the professionally, it's just best because it's scalable, it's more clearer, and you have like some basically. So put this as memory, then we'll put this as gallery. I think we are done with this one. We're almost done with the website. So this is just React, as you can see. It's hard though, but this is like just the intro. So I don't expect you guys to have any issues here. Do you understand? Or where you guys will have issues is coming, but not this one. So if you have issues now, you can let me know, then I'll go over it again for us. So now we've saved our images. So what we need to do now is to create a card that takes in this particular image. Then we'll start how we need to style it. So first off, let's go to our project. So we need a project card because we we need to have a reusable component. So we have a project add. And for this one, you guys will walk me through as usual, because I don't know anything. So you guys will walk me through. So let's do project card .jsx, and let's do project card.module.css, project card.module.css. Yes. So as usual, I'll split my screen, put this one here, RAFCE. So for this part now, what do we need to do? Because we need to create a component. Oh shit, I'm doing it the wrong way. RAFCE. Yes, this is what I need to do. So you guys walk me through. Let's see how far we understand what we're trying to do. So we need to create a reusable component, but the component has like an image, accepts an image, accepts heading, then accepts the tags. Let's call these tags because I mean you can use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And those are the three tags we have here. But in some cases we have only two. In some cases we have only three. Yeah. So what we need to do now is what? Who can tell me? Don't be shy. Just say anything you need to say. Then we would correct ourselves. Anybody?
Yes, sir. Like you did the other time too. We still have to create. Did you call it props? Yes, something like that.
Props. So we have our image props. We have our
Yes, sir.
title
The
props.
title,
and
then
that-
maybe the tags.
So you have tag 1,
Yes. Then tag 2, tag 3,
tag
abi?
2, and tag 3.
You Tejo.
Oh, thank you for that. Tag 2, tag 3. So we have this basically. And let's leave this at this. So what we need to do now is to say we have an image tag, and the image tag will be accepting our image props. Then the title will be the alternate text. Yes. So this one is set. So the next thing we need to tackle is our main title. So we'll put this one in H3. So let's come here and put H3, 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 and let's say our H3 will be our title. So note, I'm not putting title like this. I have to put it inside what? A curly brace, because this particular expression is a JavaScript expression. And the only way to use JavaScript expression in JSX is to put it inside a curly brace. That's why you see that this particular image is in a curly brace. This particular tag is in a curly brace. So for you to do this, you have to, in fact, because if you put just title here, what happens is it imputes title in your DOM. So this is how you see the value for title. You'll be seeing title like text like this, basically. So for that, we have this completed. So now we have, this is the tricky part. We have a div, and for the div, we have 3 tags basically. So I'll put 3 paragraphs. Paragraphs, and just do 3 times 3. Yes. So this one should hold tag 1. This one should hold tag 2. And this one should hold tag 3. Tag 3. Yes. I think we are ready to go. So I'll just disable the props validation. Yes, now we're good to go. So we've done this, and let's go and use our card. So we'll use it before we style it. And like I said, for this particular method, I'll be teaching you the more professional way to do things. So let's go to our project file. So we'll go to our project file, projects. So we'll open our project.jsx. Then we'll also open our project.module.scss, CSS rather. I use CSS. So I'll come here and do this, and I would do REFC here. Now, I want you guys to also pay attention to this part because it's This is like what we do outside in real life situations. Yeah. So we can confirm that we have a project card, and this project card is a component that receives an image, title, and some tags. But let's assume now we don't know, we have no idea how many cards are here. In the design, we are seeing 6. But let's imagine that we are fetching this information from the backend. So the backend guys are giving you data, and that data is an image and this particular text here. But you don't know if it's 10, if it's 20, if it's 30. You can't come and start doing, let's go back to our you can't start doing this because you can't, because since you don't know how many cards are there, you can't do this. This is invalid. Because we know that we are expecting 6 cards, that's why we have to do this 6 times. But in a case where you don't know the amount of cards you're expecting or the number of cards you're expecting, then there's a better way to do it. So now let's simulate a real life situation. So now, first of all, let's import our images here. So I'll import, let me see the image, let me see their names. I'll import sync gallery. Let's say gallery from set / gallery.svg. I can come here and say entertainment. I can also come here and say we have memory. I can come here and say we also have ports, I think. Yes, we have ports. I can also come and say we have remaining one, I think. Where is it? We have page. Yes, page. So I think this is 6, only this 5, remaining one. To do, yes. So let's do to do now. These are our images that are important to do. Yes. So we have completely imported our images. So let's replicate a real life situation now. So for that real life situation, let's make an object. So let's say const project, or let's even put this outside now, because in some cases you don't know where this is coming from. You have to perform a fetch function. So I'll come to the body of our folder and I'll put like a data.json. So a JSON file is more or less like a data file. So if you note now, we have package.json, and if you see how our files are being stated here, so you have an object and you have this particular key and the values. This is how a JSON file looks like. To spice it up, let's just put JS. Let's put JS here. So we have data.js, and our data.js, let's put const project data is equal to an object. Let's do project data is equal to an object. But we need to export this. So you can also come here and say export, because we need to import this particular value. For this project data now, let's bring all this here. Because since you're not using this here again, let's bring it here. Let's bring it here. Let's convert this to JSX10. Does it work? Yes, it works. So now for this now, we need to have this is an object, and the object we need to have array. Yeah. So what will happen now is we can, okay, let's put this into an array. You have an array, then you have an object inside. So every object now has an image, and for that image, let's just pick our gallery, then put comma, then let's say title, and the title will be let's check. So let's put design portfolio first. Let's copy this, let's paste it. You guys should not be tired of it. Just work with me. Design portfolio. So let's put this to port. Yes. And for our tags, so for our tag one, we say HTML, or tag 2, or tag 2 CSS, tag 2 CSS. So for this particular case, there's no tag 3. Everything works basically, but there's no tag 3 there. We only have HTML and CSS. So we also have our e-learning page. So let me copy this text and let's make another object. So we have a second object. I'll just come here and I'll replicate this. And I'll put page here. And I'll change this text to this. I think we only have 2 texts here. Perfect. So I'll come into our to-do too, and I'll replicate this, and I'll change this to to-do. Yes. And I'll come and copy the text here. Copy and paste. Paste. And this one has tag 3, so we'll be doing tag 3. And we'll say our tag 3 is what? JavaScript. Yes. We'll also replicate this basically, and we'll say what do we have? We have entertainment web app. So let's copy this. Let's replace it here. And let's name this entertainment. Yes. And let's do this 1 more time or 2 more times. I think that is the memory game. Let's put this memory, and let's do memory game. So let's copy this. Let's paste it here. And the last one, which is the final one, let's do this. And let's do gallery. And let's check gallery. Let's copy. And let's paste. Yes. So this is what they call like a data file here. So in some cases, and I will show you guys like real situation. So this is like where is it? Yes. So this is a Postman data that I'm working on. And so for instance here, let me just try and log in. Authentication. This is called Postman. This is where backend guys work. So as backend design has Figma, also backend has Postman. So this is where they interact with their endpoints and send it to the front end guy. So I'll just try and log in. Let me log in with Abdul. Oh shit. Where are you? Let me refresh and see. Exact team up, refresh. I want to show you guys what happens like if you're working with data in real life, how it's structured. I've showed you guys before, but I'll show it again for the sake of this project. So we would know how to work moving forward. So I'm trying to log in first. Yes. So I'll log in and I'll say do I'm not sure about my password, but let me confirm. Hopefully it's correct. Let me change this. Yes, let's go again and see. Okay. So service is messed up, that's why. So if you notice now here, we have this particular data. Yeah, it's still formatting it, but let's just give it time. But let's make it bigger. So let me come to the profile and let me send the profile. Let's see what we have here. Yes. So this is like a data. And if you notice, we have an object. And in that object, we also have different objects. Yeah. So this is like a way to access objects inside objects. Yeah. And in some cases, you might need to display these items. Yeah, because you need to do something with them. And you might also need to, like, you might receive data from the backend in such manner. So how do you handle cases like this? Yeah, so for this particular project, I'm going to treat it. So we'll come to our project file. Since we have this particular data, so let's come to our project file and let's import data first. So let's do project data. So project data. Yes, it imports it. So let's console log this one first and see what we have in our console. Let's do console.log. Console.log. Yes. So let's go to our browser here. Let's open our console. Let's see. So many errors. Let me try and refresh. It's supposed to get. Let's refresh again and see. Okay, easy peasy. Let's leave it for now. I don't know why that's not coming up, but let's just leave it for now. So basically we want a situation where you only use card once, because we don't know the nature of the data, but we just need to use our card once. For the fact that this part, okay, look at the, I don't know why I'm not showing on the console, but look at what we have basically here. We have image, title, string as undefined. So what we need to do now is there's a property they call .map for your array method. So the map basically is how it's like a method to loop in your array. And I'll illustrate that to us now. So I'll come here, let's change to section. Let's say section, and I'll come here and say, note, you must put this curly brace because you can't perform any JavaScript function without a curly brace. So let's put our curly brace here, and let's say project data .map. Now, .map, what .map does is .map loops into an array. But for you to do that now, you have to do this particular function here like this. So just put in mind that, okay, you have a project data, and project data basically is this data we are seeing here. But we need to go through this data and pick every item one by one. Do you understand? So what we're doing now is we are looping. So first of all, you create like an arrow function here. So you put item here. So this is more or less like looper. You understand? This is like our I in for each, as we're doing for each. So just take this as a looper. Yeah, this is your looper. So this particular item now will be going inside your array one by one. So if you come here now, I'll say let's return. You must use your return keyword. If not, you will not see anything. And let's put our what's the name? Project card. So our project card here, and let's close it off. So our project card accepts some items. We have our image, we have our tag 1, we have our tag 3, we have our tag 2, we have our title. Yes, I think this is what we have here. So let me just space this out. Now, what we've done now is we've basically said, okay, we have an array, and this array contains image and so many tags. Do you understand? So what we need to do now is to say, okay, come to the array, then we'll use our looper or the item we used to do. So do item, then we do dot. What you see now, you see these items are the items that are present in the array. But the fact that we need image, you click on image here. So you come here and press item also, then you do dot. You are doing tag 1, you come and do tag 1 here. You come to item 3, tag 3, you do item, then you do dot, you do tag 3 here. You come to tag 2 and do item, then you do dot. Then what you do, you pick tag 2. Then you come to your title finally. Title, item, then you do dots, then you put title. So this lacks a key. We have to add a key, then our key will be item dot title. Since they lack the same title. So I'll explain what I've done here. I know this might sound very strange to you guys and very foreign to you guys, yeah. But I'll explain it to us in like layman term. So we have a box on array or a tray of data. These are our data here. Like I illustrated to you guys, that in real life situation, they give you this kind of stuff to work with, like from the backend. So we are assuming now that this data we are seeing here is coming from the backend. We have no idea how many it is or how little or how much it's going to be. We have no idea. all we know that we are expecting, we don't know what we're expecting basically, but we're not expecting data. We don't know what we're expecting, but we're not expecting data. So a way to do it is you can also use Postman, yeah, to check the type of data you're expecting. So now I know that, okay, this particular endpoint is running this kind of data. So I can structure my code in this kind of way. Do you understand? But as it stands now, yeah, I already have an idea that I'm expecting an image, a title, and 3 tags. That's why I structured my object like this. So just imagine that this particular data is coming from the backend. Do you understand? Now we need to come into each object here and pick them one by one by one by one by one by one here. That's what we need to do. Do you understand? And the way to do that now is to use the dot map. So dot map is a way to loop your arrays and return each item. Yeah. So we can now do this basically and say, okay, we have a reusable component, which is the project card. Now, if anytime you go to the array of project data, pick your image, put it in image, pick your tag, put it in tag, pick your title, put it in title. And this key basically here is more or less like an identifier. Do you understand? So what key does in this particular code is that it's because as we are moving now, we don't know which is which. Do you understand? So for JavaScript or for React to know which card is which card, you need to identify them. Because in the DOM, if I remove this key now, it's just an error basically because what React does not know which card is which card. So we need to identify each card as is rendered in the DOM. So to put that identifier, we use this key basically. So the key say, okay, the first card that you are putting, you are using the title. Ordinarily, this should be an ID. Like in the bigger situation, there's an ID. You can also use the index here. So there's like a second property or second parameter you can pass here. If you put the index here, you can come here and put index. So what happens is it counts your card from 0. Do you understand? So you can put, let's just put index here. Perfect. So what it does now is that it counts your card from 0. So the first time you render this card, the key is 0. Second time you render the card, the key is 1, and so forth and so on. So you can go as 1 to infinity. All that matters is the number of times it renders. So for every time it renders, it identifies with this key. That's why you need to put the key inside your map. So this is usually done if you are mapping data or if you are looping through data and rendering into the DOM. It's a way for JavaScript to keep track. Do you understand? And in cases where you need to like remove items, add item, and do some things with a particular item, that's where you see the importance of this key or an ID basically. So we've done this, and let's go and add it and see what we have first. So come to our home and let's add our project here. Project. So we are done with this. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. This. Okay, we have an issue here. We didn't import our files correctly here. So we are going to remove, because since it's already like on the parent container, we don't need to do the dash again. So I think we just need to remove this. So it just needs to be this like this. So let's remove this and see. Remove. Yeah. So what I say now is just go to the parent container, then pick up the assets. So let's check if we still have the error. Let's check if we still have the error. We don't. Let's refresh and see. We still have the error. Let's see. Okay. Let's try and read manually. So I'll remove this. So let's do dashboard. Oh. Okay. SRC. Then assets. Then this. So this is what we need to do. So I'll just copy this. Then I'll replace this. Yep. So let's check what we have. Yes, perfect. So we fixed the error and let's go and see. So as you can see now, our items are rendered as we wanted it to be. We have our image. We also have our index your HTML, your CSS. For those that have three, you have the three items shown here. But this is more like readable, more easy to comprehend and to understand, rather than what we did in our skills, where we have this particular readable component 6 times and passing these things one by one. No, this is perfectly okay. All you need to do now is just to what? Pass in your components, but you have to map through your data. So in real life situations, this is what you see outside here. If you have any questions regards this, kindly ask. I know you guys don't understand it yet. I'm sure because
Excuse me.
yes, go on.
So we can that skill card section. We can
Yes.
do it this way as well.
Yes, you can do it this way. So all you need to do now is to convert this into an array that has an object of title and text. So you have like 6 objects. Then you can map over it, then render it like this. Just render it as you render it here.
Okay. Thank you.
No issues. Any more questions before I go on?
Yeah, me, I don't understand this mapping of your stuff.
Yes, definitely. I get that completely, yeah. So it's not something I'm expecting you guys to understand at all, yeah. But what you need to know now, and I'll put it like straightforward to us here. So remember when we treated looping in JavaScript, I told you guys that looping basically means that to go into an array or an object one at a time. That's what mapping does. So mapping is basically like your for each. Yeah. So there's the map.map, there's the .filter, there's the .reduce. These are array components or array properties that you can use. So the filter now, you can say somebody shared that stuff on Slack, I think. Hold on, let me check. So I'm sure I saw it on Slack, front end. Hold on. I'm sure I saw it on Slack. Yes. This particular, go back to this particular image here. It's not showing currently, but go back and check this particular message. It has like array methods and array properties you should know. Do you understand? But I'll explain this one more time. Do you understand? And in doing that, I'll open my project data here. Our data file, I'll open it here. So basically, we have a data file. And the data file is an array containing objects. So the object contains an image, title, and tags. So the tags are 1, 2, and 3. Do you understand? If you note here, when we are using the component here, we are passing the title and the text manually. But in a case where we don't have an idea what all these things are going to be, then it becomes an issue. Do you understand? To solve that now, what we need to do now is to use the array method called map. So what map does basically is it maps. Let me use that word map. So if it goes into our array and go there one by one. So the first point of contact is this. Do you understand? So it comes here, it picks the image, it picks the title, it picks the tag, and comes to the next object, does the same thing, following does the same thing, and it does that till it gets to the end. While doing that, you can basically render the objects here or the items here using item dots. So what happens now is this item basically are these objects. So the first time this item goes inside this array, it owns all the objects here. So if you say item.image, what happens is it has access to all the images here. Do you understand? Because it's already looping inside. If you come to your tag one and say item.tag one, it has access to all the tag one in this image because what is the looper? Is the one going inside and coming outside. Do you understand? So for you to bring out all these things in your array, what you need to do is basically point them out. Okay, our image is item.image. So it comes there and pick all the image. Our tag one, item.tag one, it comes there and pick all the tag one. In the case where we have tag 3 and there's no tag 3, you just come and pick only where it is tag 3 and render it here. That's why if you check our code here, some places don't have here just HTML and CSS. But if you come here, you see that it gives space for what? Tag 3 because there's JavaScript there. So this is how like the map works, just how your loop works similarly. Do you understand it better now?
Sorry, hello. Sorry.
Yes,
That line 7. in
97.
the project.js file. The
Yes.
item, comma IDs. What is this one? This IDs.
IDS
I
is
know
the
that
index.
these ones are props, abi.
No, not the props is the one we add here.
Okay,
Props
at
is the
the
one we
top.
add here
Okay.
at the top. But this particular one is also a property, but it's basically for the map. So this item now is the looper. Then this IDX is the index. So you can put index here, you can put IDX here, you can put index. So index basically is, like I said, we need to identify each card. We can come here and say item.title because the identifier needs to be unique. So you can't have the same identifier. It will cause an issue, especially if your React app wants to render. So in doing that, you can use the IDX. So what IDX does now is to provide you an index. So once it renders the first element, it gives it 0. If it renders the second element, it gives it 1, 2, 3, and so forth and so forth. So this particular IDX now is just an identifier, like an index, like we have in our array. So this is what the index is now. So it just gives our card, identify our card for us. We can also come and do items with title. It works well, and we can do this too. But it just needs to be unique. It doesn't need to be the same across all.
Also, from your explanation, you said we may not know what is coming from the back end. What will we
Yes.
now have tag for? What will now happen?
That I'm saying. So that's the use of this postman now. Yeah. So if, for instance, they gave you an endpoint. So an endpoint is like a URL that gives data or sends data that communicates with the backend. So in this case now, this link you are seeing here, where is it? This link you are seeing here now is an endpoint. Yeah. So if I hit this endpoint now, this is data is returning. Do you understand? So you can use postman to get an idea of type of data. So you can structure your code to suit the data. Do you understand?
Okay, thanks.
No issues. So it's almost 7 o'clock and we are not done yet. I thought we were going to finish today. But what will happen is, yeah, because we're almost done, basically. What is left is just this contact us and we are done. Do you understand? So I'll just style this one, then I'll leave us tomorrow. I still have you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll finish off this one. Then we'll start advanced React. So this one is just basic React, like the ABC of React. So tomorrow, you said?
Kill us.
Oh, I thought React was simpler, like since it's a framework.
Yes, it's very simple now. Do you think you can do all these
very
things?
simple, but
All
I'll
these
run
things you
back
are
to
doing now is going to
HTML,
replicate it
CSS.
with vanilla JavaScript. You will cry. Like you will shed hot tears if you have to replicate this with vanilla JavaScript. But in our case now, everything is just easy peasy, sweet and simple. And this is just the beginning. This is the beginning. So let man make an fear small, just small fearing. So basically,
Is this React? I'm sorry, I've not actually watched one of the video. I missed it. But in this one, when I tried installing, I did not see layout folder in my own.
you have to add it there. So you guys, you've not watched the video then. Have you watched
No,
the first video?
it's only that one I missed.
Okay.
All right, I will check it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, check it. It means we can use just systems. Yeah, you can use that. Yes. So let's quickly start this. So call it a day. So let's get this start. Since we have let's check what we have on our website. We have this already. So all we need to do now is to use our grid, change our text, and I think we are done with it. But first off, we need to do this project here. So let's come to our project file. So where is it? Project file. Yes, here. So let's have a div. Let's name it let's do styles. Import styles from, and let's do dash. It's perfect. So let's come here and say styles dot project heading. This is like the hardest part of CSS, naming your variables or naming your class name. That's why people prefer Tailwind to it. But I mean, it boils down to you. Basically. So I'll come here and say, if I'm trying to replicate this, let's go back to our design. I'm trying to replicate this particular project. So you have a project here, and we also have like a contact me here. So what I can do basically is saying, okay, let's have H2 and we have projects. Then we projects. Then we have button, our reusable button. And for this one, we pass our text. Our text is contact us. Contact us. I think we are ready to go. Yes, so we are ready to go as regards this part. So what is left now is just to put this one in a div. Let's put this in a div and let's put it let's say styles.project card. Yes. So let's just put this. So this is where we use our grid for it. Perfect. So now we have what we need. So let's go to our CSS and style. So let's find our project CSS. Project CSS. This is it. So we'll pick this first one. Now let's pick our section first. So our class name will be styles dot project container typing too fast. Yes. So this is where we'll do our casual settings to make it look like the rest. So come here and do max width 72.5 rem. Then would say margin, let's do 13.75 rem. Then let's put auto, let's put 0. So we have this. So let's check what we have. Yes. We are coming in line. So let's go to our H2. So our H2 is okay, this particular one. So let's copy this. Let's target it here. And let's do H2. Let's go back to our Figma file. Let's copy our style for H2. Sweet work. Copy, paste. No need to go to any docs and read anything. I'm preaching CSS to you guys, but you guys will do what's best for you, Sha. Come here and type. Voila, we have what we need. Perfect. But since these two are like far edges, we need to use our display flex. So let me duplicate this, cancel this. So do display flex, align item center, justify content, space between. So let's see what we have. Yes, perfect. So we've achieved this. But notice that the text are in capital letters. So let's go to our button, and here is small, and here is small. So let's go to our button now, and let's fix that. So let's go to our button.css, and we're going to what am I using here? What is the what's the property?
Uppercase. So uppercase.
Yes, what am I using?
Text
What am I
transformation.
using? Text transformation. Beautiful. Text transform uppercase. Yes. So let's check what we have. Yes, this is more like it. And let's add a cursor pointer also. Cursor pointer. And there's like an over effect, because if you hover on it, it's supposed to be green according to the design. Yeah. So let's do that. So let's do our button. Then let's do our hover. And we have color. We have our green. And we'll have let's do transform here. So transition all 0.2. Then let's do easing out. So let's see. Yes. Soft. We can make it spicier. We can do transform. We can do scale, and we'll do 1.05. So what this does is, you see, it comes up a little. And let's make it like, let's make it spicy. Let's do an active, and let's do this to be 0.95. So let's see. So like this click effect, if I click on it, you can see it moving. So that's just like tiny micro interactions. You just need to make your site beautiful. Do you understand? So we're done with that. And as you notice now, like it's cut across everywhere. There's no need for me to go elsewhere to start styling. So we are done with this. So let's go back to our design. So let's quickly check. The space below is 5 rem. So we'll come here and say, let's go back to our project. And we'll say, I need this to be margin bottom 5 rem. And let's check. Yes, perfect. So who helped me the last time? Come help me again. Or before that, let's go and style this our text here. Let's start our text first. So let's go to our card, project card. Let's do project card CSS. Yes. So for this one, we need to import our styles as usual. So do import styles from, then do this, we'll do this. Yes. So let's come and name this class name, and let's say styles dot let's say project card. So this is it basically. So let's come to our style and this. So we can say our H3 light work. Oh shit, I'm doing that again. So I'll come here and do H3. We'll come to our design, come and pick this one. Let's check so it's 1.25 and I think 1 rem or less than 0.6. I can't see the figure there, but I'll just take 0. Let me see. Okay, 0.44. So what will happen is this particular one, let's pick our style, copy, light work, come and paste it here. Nice, edit it. We don't need this. We don't need this. Yes, so what we'll do now is, like I said, personally, I like, if I have issues like this here, I would want to give like this particular, so there's an item here, and the item is in between different items. So instead of me to give the image, let's say I'll give the image margin bottom, and also give the heading margin bottom again. What I do is I give this heading margin top and margin bottom. So I'll come here now and say our margin top is, I'll put margin top is 1.25 rem, left and right 0, then 0.44 rem. So with that, I've achieved this particular spacing.
I want to ask you a question, please.
Yes,
Would
go on.
I still be able to copy these styles if I was not using the pro version of Figma?
No, you won't be able to copy it.
Okay.
You won't be able to copy it. So now let's do this. So for this now, we need to give it a class because these are our tags. So we'll just do class name of tags, class or tags. So we'll come here and target tags or tags. Then we'll say display flex, align items, center. Then let's see, we need a gap. I think we have gap. Let's see, 1.13. So I'll just give it a gap of 1.13 rem. Yes, and that should be it. Okay, now let's copy styles for our paragraph. So we'll do tags, paragraph, paste our star, easy peasy, clean it up. We don't need this too. Then we don't need this. We don't need this. Soft work. And I think that is all for this. So let's go back to our code and see. It's not working. Why? It's not working. Why? Let's see why. Let's troubleshoot. Okay, I'm not spelling this correctly. So let's do this. Module. So you guys have to be like sharp in like doing stuff like this, because you might have an issue and you don't know where the issue is coming from. So you have to like look. So basically, my stars are not reflecting. I have to like look, why are they not reflecting? Since the star issue, I look if my stars is properly imported. It is, but I made a mistake with the module. That's why it didn't reflect. So now we have this in check. So what we need to do now is to use our flex or grid. I'll use the grid. So somebody was teaching me grid last time. So another person, let's come to our project. No, not here. Yes, so we need to put that stuff in the grid. So let's do project card. Project card. And let's do project card. And let's do display grid. And no, we don't need one FR. We just need, can put two, but let's just do one FR, one FR. One FR, one FR. So let's see what we have. Yes. We are there, but we need gap. So let's check how many gap. So the gap between these two is 1.15, 1.51. So let's put gap 1.51 area. So let's yes, this is correct now. Perfecto. So this is what we have here. So let's see.
How do you breed something that you put one FR there?
So this grid template columns basically arrange your item on column. So I'm saying that the item basically should take one FR, one FR. One FR means like one, I'll I put one side. So if you note here we did repeat 3, then we put one FR, meaning that the item should take 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So what we're saying here now is the item should take only 2 columns. So we can as well do repeat 2, then put one FR, or just do this. So the one FR is just the columns. If I put another one FR here and go and check it, it takes 3 columns. If I put another FR again, it takes 4 columns. So you can see it takes 4 columns. So what we just need is just 2. And that's why I put in 2 here. Do you understand? So we need more gap below. I think row gap. Our row gap can be, let me check first to be sure. So let's see the space in between them. 4.31. So let's do 4.31 here. But mind you, we're already using 5.1 here, which is, I'll just change this one to column gap. So it doesn't column gap and row gap. So let's do 4.31 area. So the column gap basically is just the gap from this point to this point, and the row gap is from this point to this point. That's what it does. So now we have our project section completed. What is just left is our contact us. For the contact us, we'll be using a package to help validate this stuff. So if there's an error, it shows this basically. So instead of using like our normal JavaScript that we're doing that time, we'll use a package for this. So we'll be doing packages and how to use package in our next class. Not to make this very long, I'll throw in the curtain. Yes, that's the word. I'll throw in the curtain here, and we'll continue tomorrow. But we made progress. We finished the hero section, this part and this part. And any questions so far, so good? Any questions so far, so good? No questions. So I'm trying to understand. Are you guys understand what I'm saying? Since I must be a very good teacher then.
No, please, me, I have a lot, but it is until when I watch the video. Aside from that, this you're importing the 5 part that you are doing. Do you have any dedicated video that can take me through that? Because I'm really confused. And I check on YouTube, there are series of videos, so I don't even know which one to watch.
This import,
moving, yes, from one file folder structure to another. How to
see
know
that I'm saying here. See, if it's folder structure here, it's preferential. Like it's what works for you that you do. But it's like industry standard, like things I would expect to see. And I illustrated it to you guys here. And I also made mention of the helper, the hooks, the utility, what everything does here. So importing and exporting basically is like you are keeping your folder somewhere and you want to use it another place. So for instance, now my button is in my layout, but I have intentions to use the button in a component. What I need to do is now, for instance, now I'm using the button in our hero. Yeah. So I'm saying, okay, so remove this button now. I'm saying, okay, this I want to use the button, but import this button. Where is the button? I'll say from this. Once you put this quote now, you are searching now. So if I do a single full stop and / what happens is it comes to this particular site. So you can see these two files now. These are them here. So this is like more or less like the first folder I'm meeting. But once I use 2 full stop and / it skips this part and comes to what's your components. So your components folder now is the contact, the hero, the projects. This is what you're seeing here. But I don't want anything here. I want to still go one step above. So I can our this is in the layout now. So I have to find layout. I can't see layout here. So I'll check the next folder. --. Now we have assets, component, helper, hooks, layout. My button is in the layout. I'm sure of it. So I'll come to my layout, press /, come to our button, press / and click the button. C'est fini. So it's more or less you finding where the component is, importing it and using it. That's all. And mind you, you guys don't need to understand this thing at once. Like it's practically impossible to do that, yeah. And you guys are even doing well for the fact that like you guys are asking the right questions and you are following along. But you need to like practice a lot, like a lot. Yes, I'm emphasizing on a lot for a reason, yeah. So you just don't like these things don't stick. So if you notice now, I'm coding. I don't need to go and check maybe somewhere or somewhere because I've done these things over and over and over and over and over again. So with that, it sticks. How to this particular thing will work here, this particular thing will not work here. If this does not work, let's use this. It's like you have to try and know what does what and which one is more easy for you. Do you understand? So it's very essential you guys like practice a lot. So we've done this particular layout and it looks almost what we have here, if not the same. But I won't say it's perfect, but I mean you can say it's perfect also. What's left now is just this contact, then we'll round up the project. So I can give you guys like Figma files to project if you need to practice. But my advice to you guys is you guys should study more. So what we are doing here, let me just go off the class. Stop sharing. Stop recording.